Yeah.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Drew Moves on back again with another interview. Thank you for tuning in. This is Tapped In, and I have a special guest with me, one of my homegirls from almost at least 10 years. Ayeeedubb.
10 years?
Almost 10 years.
Oh
We come up on 10 years because it was like 2010, right? And then when we met on Facebook because of Wingate, and now we come up on 2020. So this is my homegirl Ayeeedubb of Jams 96.3 in Albany, New York. She's here with me today. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
This is a long time coming.
Long time coming.
We had one piece of content like 2.5 years ago.
Oh,
if y'all see it.
I remember that one.
Remember that? It was at my crib, and we had this, not I want to say janky, but it was like this sheet.
It was janky.
It was janky. This little sheet background that was wrinkled, and we were shooting.
Wrinkled. I think I even wore like some type of shirt that like the material reflected with the camera. It was all type of
weird. So it never. I don't think did it ever come out? No, I don't think it ever came out.
Must be a private YouTube.
Or if it is, it might be on YouTube. I don't know. But yeah, so she's here with me today, and I'm gonna interview her and really just get into with everything she's got going on. So tune in. So first question, just give the people a little bit about yourself. I know I said Jams 96. I say Jams 103. Jams 96.
Yeah.
So give the people a little bit about yourself.
So yeah, my name is Ayeeedubb, or sometimes go by Alex sometimes.
You go by Alex?
Sometimes, but man, it's Ayeeedubb.
Oh, okay.
It's still Dub in here.
Okay.
And I interned with Streets 103.3 in Charlotte for 3 years, and then went to South Bend, Indiana for my first full-time radio gig at a top 40 station. Then most recently, I'm in Albany, New York for Jams 96.3 as of June 2019 for the night show, but then got promoted to the morning show.
Morning show. Big money teams. Big money teams.
Big teams. But mainly like radio personality, media personality. I do entertainment. Group chat is like entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment. Okay.
Discussion, so yeah.
So with that, you just named like a couple of fields. What are some fields that you're not yet tapped into, that you're trying to get tapped into?
I'm trying to really get tapped into like more red carpet correspondent, media correspondent. More so like behind the scenes, like stuff like major platforms. I love to be like working with MTV or like Rolling Loud and like all the festivals and stuff like that. Really dope hosting.
Okay, cool. Next, how did your journey with radio start? Like I know you said that you interned for 3 years with Streets. How did it start? I want you to go into the store when we was chilling in my apartment and you were thinking about going to radio. Remember that?
Oh my God! Yeah. Oh wow! I talked to you about that too.
Yep.
Because my sister swears like she's the one who pushed me.
I was the first.
It's like a mix between the two. Gotta be.
Yeah.
I guess. Because, we was in college when Vine and Snapchat and Instagram video became a thing. Right. And we was everybody was like making content on campus. And I was like, well, I guess I'll make content. My sister did tell me to get the Snapchat though. And I don't know who told me to get Vine.
I didn't tell you. I just told them already.
But so I was like making the content, and I think, Wingate being such a small campus, and everybody would be like, people I didn't know would be like, oh, I saw your video, and like, you were funny, like this and this. And I was like, coming from, regardless of what anybody thinks, I used to be shy. Like in middle school and high school, I was a shy.
That's a shot. Wait till y'all see. Follow her on Instagram at Ayeeedubb. You'll see her Instagram. She's not shy, but okay, that's a shock to me. Okay.
Very shy, and so I was like, so I made like the videos and like stuff like that. I put personality out there. Personality was always me, but no one ever really like got it. Yeah. I mean, there was really nothing for us to showcase anything, you know. Yeah. And so making videos, yada yada, and then I learned about Streets 103.3 from an old flame. Okay. Old flame. And then, but the good thing about him, he's like, he put on Streets 103.3 because all we had was Power 98. That's all I knew. Yeah. And I was like, Power 98 was like these stations, been like a long time. And he put on 103.3, and I was like, what is this? He was like, it's a new station. I said, oh, so in my head, I was like, I needed an internship coming up to graduate. I started taking the media classes, maybe junior and senior year.
Human services major from
a failed bio ed major. And
you think about bio ed? Yeah, I remember that, and then I remember like the first week, you was like, nah.
I can't do it.
I remember that.
I couldn't pass bio 101 or whatever.
I remember that, yeah.
So I had to like switch. I didn't want to be a 5th year senior. And so then that happened. I think, put it out there. I think it's a mix between you and like it had been my sister, because she said, why don't you, because music was always a thing. Yeah. Always wanted to be like a VJ on like TRL, like Once It's Apart, but being from Salisbury, North Carolina, it was a small town. We're just like, that's not gonna happen. Yeah. You're never gonna go to New York. Right. Who in New York now? You know what I'm saying? So, But yeah, it's kind of like how it started, like that Vine era where it started and putting stuff out there, and then, you know, the radio station being new and doing an internship and picking.
And now you're here. So talk to me about the last 3 years. So like you said, she went from, she was at Streets, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And you went from Streets to Indiana.
Yeah.
And then now you went from Indiana to New York. So talk about your last year in Charlotte as, you know, as a media personality, things of that nature. And then it's like, was there a fear in leaving Charlotte?
Oh yeah, most definitely. The last year in Charlotte, I was at such like a rough point, a rough patch. I was, you know, doing social media work for that tattoo company.
Yeah, I remember that.
Still Streets part-time, you know, so on the weekends, barely trying to like get some type of whatever. And, you know, relationship bad, friendships ending, like just like the ultimate like pounding of like who I was as a person.
Yeah.
In that last year. And, you know, then Streets cutting me as cutting all the part-time in early 2018 in January, so I got cut, part-time got cut. So I was like, oh, I really don't know what's gonna happen. No one knew. I kept it a secret for like 4 months.
Yeah.
I didn't tell my Instagram until April.
Yeah.
And so still I kind of dealing with that. Didn't like my social media job. Quit that on leap of faith. Doing Lyft and Uber to like make money. I still don't know how I paid. I don't know how I made that much money in Uber because like, I'm like, where's this money coming from?
Yeah.
Dealing with that, and you know, you're still applying to other radio stations. Relationship ending. Friendship still coming and going. All this other stuff. And then, you know, just being like tired of like not doing what I want to do. You know, Streets was like going through something. Nothing, couldn't go on Power, couldn't go on Block. Like nothing was like, cause I was still like new. Like I wasn't in my good radio personality yet. And then, you know, luckily, like I got the job offer for the South Bend station, which was top 40. You know, I love hip hop. Yeah. I was like, you know what, I'll take top 40.
I remember that conversation. Yeah.
They still play Migos and Drake, so I was like, okay, I guess I'll go. And so then got that job offer in like May. Yeah. And then so getting the job offer, when they called, I was like, no, what's funny is like Streets was trying to bring me back part time. And right when I left the meeting, I got an email from the job in Indiana talking about, you know, we want to be on the call, like, yada, yada. So then that happened. So now I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I got to move. Like, I can't find nothing in Charlotte. Yeah. Do I want to stay doing stuff I don't want to do? And so I was like, well, I had to move. You know, I was 24.
I think you just got a new car, too, around that time.
Yeah, just got a new car in January.
Like 2 weeks before you were supposed to leave.
Yeah, new car, everything. I think it was just my birthday or whatever. And, you know, I've never, Charlotte, North Carolina is like all I know. And I'm like, you know, I've never heard of South Bend, Indiana. All I know is it's close to Chicago.
Yeah, I remember she asked me, she was like, what's this South Bend? I'm like, Notre Dame?
Like, I was like, oh, like,
yeah, what is that?
So I was like, I don't know what's going to be in South Bend. You know, my big selling point was, okay, it's close to Chicago. So anything, I just go there. And then so dealing with that and, you know, having to end that relationship, say goodbye or see you later to everybody, being up by myself, not saying bye to my family and stuff. So that last year was so tough. It was like my like legit breaking point. Yeah. I just to the point where like sometimes I'll come back to Charlotte and I'll drive like the same roads and drive the same things that like I cried home about. Like driving the same road and went home crying about. Like it was so sad. So sometimes it's like coming back to Charlotte is so bittersweet. Yeah. Because I'm like, oh, I love Charlotte, I love home, you know. The baby, something for Vegas, we love it. But then being like, damn, I was so sad here, you know? And then like those memories will come back. But I'm trying to like suppress them. Yeah. I'd be on this happy page. Yeah. It was so tough. That last year was so tough in Charlotte.
So then talk about just that faith journey, just going out there. Like I think you went up there one time, right? Or did you go up there already when you already had the job? You didn't go up there.
I didn't go up to see it.
Yeah, so you didn't go up there to visit. You didn't see anything. You had to find an apartment. Was in a hotel. Yeah, talk about
all that. I would go like on YouTube and just like look up. You know, there's a bunch of YouTube videos on people who drive through cities. You do a drive-through, like, you know, South Bend tour.
That's her because I would have never thought of that. Okay.
So if you ever want to look at a new city, like you just want to look at it, a lot of people take driving tours. You can kind of like see what it's like, So that's a little plug. All right. And then, so yeah, I mean, I didn't get to, you know, fly up and go see, you know, whatever. But so me and my family drove up there, and then they stayed like a couple days, and then my sister left first, and my mom left after that. We're still trying to find a place. I haven't even found a place with the help of them. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. You know, I only had the hotel for like a week or two from the station. And just trying to get all that together, I was like, I don't know what to do. My credit was bad. I was like, I don't know what. So luckily, I found like a private housing apartment.
Yeah.
But that apartment was so cruddy.
I remember.
Like my water pressure legit was like just 2 trinkles. I hated it. I was like, oh, I'm probably like so dirty. But like I take showers. It was so bad. It would stay cold. It was like the worst apartment, but cute too.
Yeah.
You saw how it was decorated and stuff.
Remember.
It was real cute. But so yeah, that transition was like, it was real sad.
Mm-hmm.
And like I like South Bend, Indiana, but like that was a depressing moment too because it was just me.
Yeah.
Wasn't happy with that job. You know, all the stuff that was going on with there. That other relationship in Indiana, I just wasn't feeling it, and it was like I did a lot. Like I started my podcast there, and it helped me, be a full time, and that helped me get to New York with that experience. But like that was like Indiana was like a rough patch too.
Yeah. So what's this? Now you're in the greenery right now.
Yeah.
The greenery per se, or greenery from how I perceive it. You're in the greenery. You're in New York.
Most definitely. Like it's a complete
360.
Yeah. It's like, and I was telling a bunch of people, it's like, well, being in Albany, I think everybody from like their hometown is like, I'm sick of Charlotte, or I'm sick of Indiana, or I'm sick of Albany. Like a lot of people are like, there's nothing to do in Albany.
Yeah.
But me coming in, I'm like, oh, there's so much to do. It's like, at least we have concerts in Albany. South Bend had no concerts.
Yeah.
Pitbull didn't show up. Who else didn't show up? Pleasure People had a little altercation. But most people didn't show up for their concert because they was like, oh, South Bend, no one cares about South Bend.
Yeah.
So it's like, at least Albany has concerts and stuff. And meeting people was so much easier and faster in Albany. It's like, I just love it. And like, I'm happy, like all relationships, hurt and trauma is like in the past. Like, friendships are like good that need to be like revived and like resurfaced. And like there's so much good people that I've met in Albany. It's like I'm so happy like in Albany, which is crazy. Like I never thought about Albany either. You can see it? So like it's just crazy. Yeah. Cause you've seen me at my low. Yeah. You've seen me at my sad point.
Yep.
And now it's like I'm on IG happy, I'm in live person happy. Yeah. It's just crazy. Like everything is like good now.
That's dope.
So yeah.
So what are some pros and cons? Well, not some pros and cons, but some do's or don'ts for people. Since you're in the radio and you've seen a lot, I know you heard a lot. I remember you playing Joker's songs on Instagrams, and it's like trash. So what are some do's? What are some do's or don'ts? In the creative world and the radio world, like somebody trying to get on in radio, in terms of a rapper or a musician, and then in terms of personality.
I would say, as far as personality, getting on like a radio is like you really gotta stand out, and because everybody's trying to be like a real personality and things like that. And then like I was telling somebody else like you can always learn like how to do the radio board or how to talk or how to work a microphone or work like the engineering, the technical stuff. But if what you're saying like when you crack the mic is not different, it's not informative, it's not entertaining, you don't stand out and things like that. Like we have something like you'll learn from like what just a radio jock is and then what a personality is. Radio one-liner jock is like you say you're bare like this is the station name, we got so and so coming up, keep it locked to so and so. Then you have others where it's like you mention the weather, you mention what you eat, like you're being personable and stuff like that with your listeners. And so it's like the big difference, like be personable, be yourself, just be you. Like if you have like a dope personality, then like show that. Like I'll see people who are like really dope on IG, and then I hear the radio show and I'm like, this ain't
we're translating over.
Right, and it's like, be yourself, like, they'll be dope, like I was saying, like, dope in person, dope on IG, but when they get on radio, they get, like, a robot. And I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know what they're like. I don't know what it is. So I would say, like, a big do, if you want to be a real personality, is, like, network. It's hard to get in there, so internships are really good. If you can get, like, anything from, like, a receptionist job or, like, a sales job, and then, like, maybe work your way in, because being like any station is like people get sick, people can't make a shift, and like people just like there to fill in and they like what they hear and things like that. And like a lot of people like social media now, and radio stations love for someone to be social media 100% social media expert and like make content and be putting out things so that's like the big thing. Man, just be yourself, be dope, be a personality. Don't be, a one-liner jock. And for the musicians, I would say a lot of people actually know how to get a song on radio.
Be signed.
I feel like a broken record.
Be signed.
How to
pay $500.
Exactly.
Do a contract.
Exactly. And I would tell them it's so many different lanes because a lot of songs that we play now come from TikTok, because I'll be on TikTok because I like to hear the music. Like Roxanne was like the biggest TikTok song to go on radio. I think it's like,
know what Roxanne is.
You don't. It's just, you're the second person. It's like Roxanne. All she wanna do is party. You never heard that?
Just put the rules in there.
Well, see, a bunch of songs
but
like
yeah.
coming on, like, on Sirius Radio, regular radio. It's like they're coming on to that. So that's like one lane, and then another lane is simple, like the old fashioned of like finding connections with, like, I always say, go to stations that have live local DJs that have like their own mixes.
Yeah.
It's not all stations, like my station doesn't have a live local DJ, but the other station in our market does. They have a bunch of them. So I'm like, meet with those DJs, build genuine connections and friendships. And give me your song, they can work it in like their mixes, like the first step. It's easier to work stuff in mixes, and you transition from Meek Mill to like your song, then go into something else real quick. Get build momentum that way. A lot of times it's lucky if it goes into rotation as an actual song. It just be picked up so well. Right, but as long as you get like a little mix in, just people can like, oh, I love this song.
That's a good first step. I didn't think about the radio mixes, so that's a good first step.
And you always say like the radio mixes because DJs break records. Actually, like DJs break records. So like anything like that, I know like in Power 106, like in LA, and what's that dude name?
Big Boy.
Not Big Boy.
It's in LA.
Yeah, he has the LA Leakers.
LA Leakers, that dude with the glasses.
Yeah, him. Like they're always like doing the new at 2, and it's like just. Man, it's big. You get it mixed there in LA. Like I feel like that counts as something. Even if it's not in rotation, that counts as something.
Yeah.
So like people are hearing it. So yeah, I think I like little steps.
Okay.
But I always say, getting your song on the radio should not be the main goal. I say like,
what's the main goal? Tell them.
Main goal is just to make music and make content. Like I feel like I'd rather have a fan base than like a record deal. I mean, yeah, that's nice. I mean, who doesn't want a record deal?
Right.
But you can like make money in tons of ways. Like we think about like Kehlani on her SoundCloud days and Chance the Rapper.
I remember the other day I was thinking, I'm like, man, I remember when she was on Snapchat. Like, I don't know about this. She was on Snapchat. I Snapchatted her one time when she was like 19. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, that's when she had FWU out. Yeah, but
that was still a
but that was like 2013.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And now she's blown up, but like she stayed, making that her little tapes, and it just off the power of everybody else and her fan base. People are like, oh, I'm gonna put her on the radio, or she gets signed or whatever happened. But
Okay, so another question that I had, you being in this hip hop space as a white female, how hard has that been, or have you taken any backlash, and has that made you kind of doubt whether or not I'm supposed to be in here, when it's really a space that's normally dominated by a lot of black people? So how's that?
I keep that in mind, but luckily it hasn't really been like that because I don't know what I got lucky. Like during this Bad Baby me or Woe Vicky me. Yeah. Of course they'll mention it, but like I feel like I still get a good enough respect. I guess because people will know that it is not like a front.
Yeah, it's genuine.
And like I know what like talking about and can like not to necessarily relate, but like have an input, like an educated opinion or input on it.
On the culture. Yeah.
The only time I get like backlash or whatever is with the Hip Hop DX. Because like when I have my voice on, it just has my voice on there. But then when they put my group chat video on there like one or two times, that's whenever I was like, oh, this is the voice of, I thought this was a black girl, I thought this was this and this, and I was reading the comments. Yeah. And of course I get the typical like, oh, I bet she, does this, and like white girl stereotypes and things like that. And I'm just like reading it, so I get but of course it's online too. Yeah. That's like YouTube comments go so hard and so
I remember
negative.
You did a video reading your comments back from your interviews. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so all those interviews like that comes out. It's like YouTube community can be so harsh. Yeah. Sometimes that's just that, but luckily like it's through my IG, or when people post anything, it's nothing but like love or like positive, which is really good. So like part is like the Hip Hop DX comment section tears me up. Because I'm like, with me, because I'm like, I never like, I hear people all the time and they kind of say those same things. I'm just like, bro, like it's never been, like I never really noticed. It's genuine. It's like you really grew up in the culture, so a lot of people don't know that. Like you grew up in the culture. So right. So I started like telling people, because I think someone asked on my IG how I get into like hip hop, whatever, and I was like, in 4th grade, my best friend was Shaquita, and she put me on to like Medea plays, clothes, and dances. The roller skating was big at that time, so we go to roller skating, hear all the music, and it was like she just put me on. And I was like, once we moved, because I moved away, and things like that, and she moved. And it was just, I just stuck with it because I liked it. And I was like, it was never no like, oh, I just started liking rap music in 2014. Like, what? No, it's been years.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Word.
Like I was even in the 4th grade, 5th grade, I was buying Vibe magazine. Like that was me. Like so.
This is you, yeah. So people just gotta be more accepting. But yeah, I haven't noticed like it's been really receptive. People have been really receptive with you. So yeah, that's just a question I had. Yeah, that's I wouldn't think it's because you're genuine. Like I think if you're genuine, you mixing in whatever background you come from, however you look, you'd be able to blend it anyway. As long as it's genuine, as long as it's love, as long as it's respect. So
yeah, of course. So yeah.
You had mentioned a little bit ago talking about the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Go into some of your creative endeavors. Talk about group chat. Talk about the Hip Hop DX thing.
Oh yeah. I guess I have to burp. I'll come back later. Okay, so then some creative endeavors, I guess, started out. I was doing Word on the Streets.
Yeah.
4 Streets.
I remember Word on the Streets. Man, I remember that. Okay.
So that's like my entertainment, like news segment for the radio.
Yeah.
And I started taking those segments and putting them on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started creating All Snap.
Yeah.
And so All Snap was kind of like those, but like in a longer version.
Yeah.
Same thing. So I put those on YouTube and on Instagram.
Right.
And I always feel like doing that brought the Hip Hop DX thing. So Hip Hop DX came in and was like, do you want to voice our news videos? Mm-hmm. So I've been doing that for 2 years now. So I think it's 2 years, and this November was 2 years. So still doing that. And so that's that thing. Mm-hmm. Then like my own thing, always been like radio and content for that. And then I created a group chat, which is like, what do you even call group chat? It's like an entertainment
news segment, but like I want you guys to check that out on her IG. Like we've been talking about it in private about making it bigger.
You were wanting to make a video,
yeah.
Because I was just posting on my story and people could react as polls and questions. He was like, "Yo, you need to make this into video form." I was like, "You know what?" And he never leaves me wrong, so I was like, "Let me do it in a video."
Yeah.
Big hit. So I thank you for that.
Yeah.
So just doing that, and then podcasts was before that. So when I was in Indiana, I was like, what's something I could like? I want to be in the community and out there. Like actually the podcast was kind of like a cheat code to like make friends and like meet new people.
Gotcha.
So I'd be like, come do the podcast. Let's chop it up. Mm-hmm. So they would come to the station. Yeah, I want to give them the opportunity to like be at a station and get interviewed and stuff like that because they weren't really like used to it. Indiana coming from Charlotte, where anybody can be on Charlotte interview.
Right, exactly.
Anybody can get interviewed in Charlotte.
Right.
And so that was like that. So I made the podcast, sound check it, and that did well. So I made like videos for that, podcasts for that, and if anything, if the podcast didn't catch numbers, the promo on my page would do numbers for somebody.
Yeah. And
get them to know. Cause I'll see people that I had on the podcast, and I'll see people follow that I follow them. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So like, that was my goal.
So like, what's the most popular? Because I'm like, as far as views or like, what do you feel like is your most popular group chat video? Because like, I know those be buzzing. So like, what do you feel like is your most popular one that's like went off?
The most popular ones probably had to be the first one, which is crazy. Like I think that one still has good numbers, and that was about when April Jones. And she was like just rapping all the dudes that she like messed with, and I put it to the DMX beat, where he was naming the names. Yeah. So I put it to that, and it was like the first one, and I was like, it was just like that did really well. The next good one is like the one about Mariah Carey and her body count. That was a good script because I write the script or whatever. Yeah, that was a good script.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
A couple other ones have done well, but yeah, I think the first one definitely did really good. It was like new. I was like, y'all check this out. New little thing I'm trying, and it was really positive. I was like, well, okay, let's do it.
So with that, you talk about the scripts. You talk about putting April Jones stuff under DMX beat. You talk about your creativity. Yeah. Do you always feel like that light bulb is on for you as a creative?
For the most part, like 80% of the day is like a creative thing, especially with the morning show, which is so segmenty and like so many like calls and like ideas, and thinking of things for group chat, tying it into like social media and things like that. I do feel like a light bulb is always going on, or always like being attentive to like something to create, which is like good and bad because sometimes I'll be like, damn, I'm creating so much. And, things like that, and then other times it's like sometimes I have like a blank thing. And I was telling you about I want to do something for YouTube, and I couldn't think of anything. I was like, I don't want to do like a review page. I don't want to do a vlog. I was like, what can I do? And then finally I told you like I'm going to make sound check it more visual and do it that. I was like, well, There we go. But you saw how long it took?
Yeah.
It took like a couple months to like actually be like, what can I do on YouTube? Or like, what video can I do?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it can be tiring to think of stuff. So, but sometimes it's good. Cause, like, not everybody can. So, like, let me, you know, use my gift or, like, blessing and, you know.
And get it out there.
Get it out there. So, yeah.
All right. So, last question. What are some of your goals for 2020? Yes.
It was wobbling. Now it's stuck.
Yeah.
Okay. My goals for 2020?
Yeah, goals for 2020.
Goals for 2020. As far as the morning show is, I would love for that to be #1 in one of our like quarters or whatever. But that's so difficult because we're competing with the Breakfast Club. We're competing with the Duran Duran show.
In the same city?
Yeah, because
network.
Another station has it. It's syndicated.
Okay.
So I have to compete with that. And then my company alone already has 4 other stations with their own morning shows. So we're competing for that. But so I would love to be my solo morning show to be a #1.
Okay. Word.
Somewhere in the quarter.
Attainable. Yeah.
And then making Soundcheck It podcast be the visual, IGTV video, YouTube video, show, segment. See, that's on the shush because
I get the exclusive. It's not coming out till January anyway, so.
Right here. Ooh, yes. Gotta work on that then.
Yeah.
You're saying you making my own debut date. January has a good thing. Yeah. So that, and then also just being more in the community in Albany. Okay. You know, I love to bring some of the Charlotte things like. Charlotte is big on, you know, bringing artists like pep rallies, bringing them to the schools, like Jacquees, you know, all the Charlotte schools. So I want to do stuff like that and all because like they're not used to it, and like no station is like doing it in there. So I would love to, you know, build up jams and, you know, build up the morning show. That's like a big goal, and build up my brand in Albany, and then also be like on because we're so close to the city. And there's so many like casting calls going on in New York City, like, you know, for MTV, Adult Swim, all these platforms is like out there.
Which you can get on.
Right, and so like I'm subscribed to a you know, a casting page. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for like a role to pick up. That'd be another good thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Word. So I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
Giving me one of these interviews. Give everybody your social media, your Twitter handles, Instagram handles, all that good stuff. My
Instagram is Ayeedubb, AYEEDUBB. My Twitter is Ayeedubb with a _@ at the end. Okay. And then I'm Ayeedubb on Facebook, Ayeedubb on YouTube, and just Ayeedubb everything. Google me. So Jams 96.3. Yep, Jams 96.3. You can listen to my morning show if you're in the New York area or you have a VPN number. The little secret.
Alright.
And then it's 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday.
Can you listen on the website as well or no?
If you're in the New York area or have a VPN. We have a geo, no, what's it called? It's like a geo fence.
Okay.
It's radio terms and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
It's cheaper.
If you're in the area, pull up.
If you're in New York, New Jersey area.
Just listen to her, you know what I'm saying? Yes. I appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
Until next time, my name is Drew Luzon and this was Tapped In. See you later. Peace.